what can I do to become more feminine? I've been watching TikToks, but I don't think they work. I feel like I've come to the conclusion that I need to embrace my lady feminine era. I feel like the bad beat aesthetic, it isn't what you lot said it was. And the truth be told, baddies don't get the good guys. Baddies get the rappers and the trappers. And I want a solid king. Well, I've already got one, but I want him to look at me like this is a trophy wife. Not like she's gonna spend more money. Like, I don't want that. I want him to actually start looking at me like, yeah. I feel like I need to demonstrate a few things, 1-2s. Not too much now, but I just need to like demonstrate and show him like this could be it if you want it. But I just need to like show it. And anyways, yeah, so I really want to step into my feminine energy.
Hello, Whitney, welcome back. Hey. And Lochan, welcome to the villa.
Hello.
How are you doing? Good.
Good.
You guys look cute. Hey, boys. You got saying. Whitney, you look so happy. Is it giving? It's giving healed. So, Whitney, what made you couple up with Lochan? He's just really funny and cute and all about me. And Lochan. How are things going with Whitney?
No, she's a firecracker. We definitely have a vibe, and yeah, really liking how it's going and looking forward to what the next steps are for us.
Well, guys, congratulations.
It's a bit strange that a man loves speeches.
Is it?
Yeah, baby.
Why is it strange?
All right, tell them why you love speeches.
Why do I love speeches?
Yeah.
Because I know it's good to be open. That's why.
It's sensitive.
She did actually. She did actually look after me last night, as she's told you. And she didn't even hear anything. I was up all night, and I thought her wifey senses would have been like, let me help my man, but this was her.
Sleep.
Show them me. This is what you do.
Right.
And I was throwing my guts out.
Guys, I was actually sleeping. I was thinking, what the fuck? Why are you waking me up? And then he was like, I've been sick. But one minute looking, he always swears he's sick.
Hey,
so
you know how ill I've been.
Yeah, no, I'm saying in general, he's like the boy who cried wolf. He's always like, I feel sick, my belly hurts. Like, he's like very sensitive. So when he said I feel sick, I'm thinking I'm going to sleep because he always says stuff like this. But not knowing that both ways. But
Right, guys, tell me if I do a good Whitney impression. So, guys, we've had a good day today. We've had our Shake Shack, and we've been a bit Linny. She knows that I'm doing it well. So, I'm just gonna say, we're gonna see you tomorrow. We're gonna go to the water park. Peace. Yeah.
No, I just mean, so guys,
do me.
we've had a good, Lochan.
Do me.
Okay, cool. So guys, we've had a good day today. It's been a great day. I'm gonna tell you guys, today's been good. And yeah, you guys know I'm not very camera optic,
yeah?
I'm not very camera optimistic, but guys, say me and Whit and I, we smashed it.
Yeah, we smashed it, guys.
We smashed it.
She thinks I'm
And
so
I can't wait to show
corporate.
you guys tomorrow. I can't wait.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's not like
But
I've
the
got-
lighting's giving though. You're glowing.
It's not like I've got like...
Shit, if the light be glowing that much, I gotta get in it.
You're just like a ghost, though.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Fuck, you know. That's the...
There's glow and there's ghost. And you're ghosting
You're
right
not
now.
even lying right now, fuck.
Fuck me. He was like to me, I don't know if I even told you this, but when he came over and chose his fucking self. Still love you, babe. But he literally he was like, I've seen how much you've changed and you're becoming like the woman that we spoke about you becoming. And like, I'm just not willing to do that.
See, I feel like some men also don't like to see the other partner grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
but
find that so
I was
weird.
like bamboozled because I was kind of like, this is the person that you told me that you wanted. Like, and I'm not talking about before you lot say you would change for a man. I'm talking about actual, like, in terms of like how I speak to him and like narrowing down on the, you know, the aesthetic. Like,
to be fair though, I'll be so honest, and it's not me picking sides or anything. Like, when we used at the beginning of like when we first started working with each other, the way you two or you used to speak when you guys got into a heated argument, you were very rah 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 rah. But over the time, you've definitely calmed down.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely very calmed down.
Because in the beginning of my relationship, I was very much like, you trying to? You
were very hot-headed.
Very hot-headed. Yeah. And then with time, I kind of understood the power of like, not silence, but less is more.
Not even less. I feel like you understood that your partner is asking of you to, babe, I don't like this. Can you please compromise and listen? And I think you took that on.
I took it on board. Yeah. Like, I was making great changes. And before you lot say like, oh, you changed for him, no. But if you're in a relationship that doesn't change you for the better, what are you doing?
Yeah, I feel like...
So I'll never lock him for that, because he actually did like calm me down and help me tame my emotions. Yeah. And even if I did get emotional, it's like, okay, how do I deliver this correctly?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
You articulate yourself instead of just...
Yeah, he taught me silence. Because, I mean, you know, what's that phrase? If you ain't got a good thing to say, don't say nothing at all.
I don't need 24 hours to respond. Like, Lochan, are we doing this? Are we really gonna go for the nice boy, puppy dog eye look? Really? Back to the situation of how it happened. We were walking back from lunch, going back to his place, and I was in the sun, and I was like, babe, look how my skin glistens in the sun. And he looked at me and he was like, ugh, it's dirty. And then only when I lashed out, he was like, it was a joke, it was a joke. And he was crying. He called all my family members saying it was a joke, it was a joke. And because Lochan gives off this golden retriever energy, like no one would ever believe that he would ever say it maliciously. But you guys know I have dark humor. So I know when something's a joke and when something's being said seriously and then span into, oh, it's a joke. We're really going to dive into it. When I used to come to your house, what did your mum used to say to me? The guys, the lights would go off and she would say, oh, where's Whit gone? Whit, smile. And that was an on-running joke in that household, like, Whit, smile, Whit, smile. So I just hate the fact that he's coming on the internet acting so, like, innocent. I'm not even here saying that Lochan is a racist. I'm here saying that he made racial slurs. Yes, racial slurs towards me. This is the same guy that used to pocket watch me and say, oh, why didn't you tell me you got paid today? Oh, like, the bill's on you. Pay for the rounds of drinks for my friends. Like, I can't even believe the puppy dog eyes and the, oh my gosh. This is the same guy, and you guys, you can go and roll the tapes because it's there on his Love Island tape. This is the same guy that told me he was Spanish when we met. The same guy that made me go, I don't even know where it was, far away to draw his hairline, and then on that same day sent me home, as in I couldn't sleep in the house. And this is the same guy whose friends used to use the N-word, and he would condone it by still being friends with them and going to paddle with them. And I used to tell him, this is where someone tweeted about me being on the train saying the N-word, because I was like, why are you hanging around with people who obviously have that word in their vocabulary? And I'm obviously a black woman. And one day, I'm sure you anticipate on having kids with me, like you said. So therefore, your kids would be black. So why are you condoning your friends talking like this? That's what that argument on the train was about. How you guys are asking me, why did I go back with him? No, we broke up when that racial slur happened, right? And then moving forward, it was turbulent in our relationship. That was very on-noffy. That's why I wasn't posting much online, because I didn't want to put forward something that I wasn't genuinely feeling to my core. And I wanted to break up with him. I was saying to him, like, yeah, feelings are still there, but I just don't see this going in the way that I want my future to go. It's the same guy that gaslighted me and said, oh, I want to marry you, I want to do this for you. Like, guys, he took me to therapy with him, to do couples therapy. And then the whole inside thing happened, and then Bob's your uncle, he was gone a week later because I didn't get the same clout that I got from Love Island. Really? Lochan is a culture vulture. He clocked that his audience obviously is predominantly black. So he's constantly trying to tap into the culture, but the same culture he stripped me of, the same culture he told me I was too ghetto, I was too loud, my family can't come to his sister's events because they'll steal the attention. There was so much that went into that relationship, hence why when I first came out about my breakup, I was very much like, I'm gonna protect him. I'm only gonna say the good. It's the right thing to do, the nice thing. But then with time, he allowed this narrative of me to be ran. Even though he was silent about it, that silence, it bred story times. It bred room for people to give their opinions and say things about me that wasn't true. And when I wanted to put out the statement, he was like to me, can you specify it's not about the inside thing? Can you put that in there? And I was like, why are you even thinking about that? Because at that time, I wasn't even thinking about that. But why are you thinking about it? Because that's exactly what it was about, the inside backlash. I was constantly giving him grace, but when did he ever give me grace? So it got to a point where like now, it's me or you. And this time, I'm gonna pick me. The same way you're sitting there saying, oh, I need to defend myself. You've got nothing to defend yourself from, because I know how good I was to you. I know how much I fueled your platform. Oh, I need to defend myself. You've got nothing to defend yourself from, because I know how good I was to you. I know how much I fueled your platform. I know what kind of girlfriend I was. Like when we come out of Love Island, we were both broke. And I know who was running the checks, who was paying the bills, who was fueling the dreams, who was creating. Wait, don't even get me started. I gave him this travel series idea in January once we said we're doing this. And I told him, you need to go and travel the world with your cooking content. You need to go and get down with the locals, get down with the community and show people the different side to the world of cooking, right? And then in February, he's like to me, oh, what's it called? I'm gonna go to Costa Rica for 3 weeks and you can't come. I'm like, well, why can't I come? Even if it's the last week, I got her saying anything. And then even coming down to the breakup, he's like, yeah, I want to be with someone that lets me go 4 months at a time and I can come home to them. And I was just like, well, good luck. That's why I didn't really fight for that relationship, because one, it was evident because he was never there after the whole inside backlash. I only saw him once. And when I saw him, all he done when he came was watch TV. So at that point, I was done anyways, even though we had an amicable breakup, because I think we were both mentally just drained. People calling me, but even though we had amicable breakup because we were both drained from the relationship, like I went out sad to protect him. And this time round, I'm not doing that just because you come on here with your 3-day speech that you put together and your puppy dog eyes, like, oh, you didn't love me. You loved what I could give you until I could no longer give it to you. So please stop lying, Lochan. Please. That's why you've been calling me, not me personally, you've been calling my family, you've been calling management to take it down, take it down. If you knew you didn't say those things before I even stated it was your name, why are you belling off my phone? Why are you belling off my sister's phone? Why are you sending 100 texts? And the question of why is it coming out now? Well, I was embarrassed, I was ashamed, and I didn't feel like that's part.
About a year into my relationship with Whit, we were on a walk close to my flat. She got her nails done and she, annoyingly put her nails in my face and was like, oh, my hands are so clean. My hands are so clean, yours aren't. And I was like, no, they're not. And, I was kind of just annoyed her hands were in my face, but it was a very off-the-cuff remark. I just said, no, they're not. And, she looked at me in shock and was like, you're calling me dirty. And, I was taken back by that. I was, I felt insulted that, my girlfriend who I loved, who knows me, who knows that I would never insinuate something like that, is, calling me a racist and saying, you're calling my skin dirty. So
it's my time, everything's so right, and I just wanna chill and step up out of here. Stop, wait a minute.
everything that is going on between Whitney and Lochan. Whitney and Lochan met on season 10 of Love Island. They've both been posting on TikTok in recent days since they split, and I'm going to run down everything here for you. So Whitney posted this TikTok, and it is the trend where the text says, "You look happier." And on the next slide of the video, she'd written, "Thanks, I've finally fallen in love with my skin he used to call dirty." So then Whitney posted a TikTok. It's still up. You can go and see it. He said that her and Lochan were walking home from lunch back to his flat. She was in the sun and she said, "Look at my skin, it's glistening." And Lochan apparently said, "It's dirty." Whitney then said it was only when she lashed out at him for saying this that he started to cry and he started to call her family members. She said that Lochan was insisting that it was a joke, and she also said because Lochan gives off this golden retriever energy, people would never believe that he would say something like that. Whitney said she isn't calling Lochan a racist, but she is saying that he used racial slurs and microaggressions towards her. He also explained how Lochan's mum would act horrendously at their house. They would turn the lights off at home. Lochan's mum would say, "Where's Whitney?" and Whitney smile. He also said that Lochan's mum called her difficult. He also explained how some of Lochan's friends used the N-word, yet he still chose to hang around with them. He also said that Lochan is a culture vulture. She said that he recognised that his audience was predominantly black, so he wanted to try and portray the culture. But she said, on the other hand, Lochan told her that she was too ghetto and that she was too loud. He also said that Lochan didn't let Whitney go to functions such as things that his sister had on because he thought that Whitney would outshine everybody. Whitney explained that the reason she's talking now is because before she was too embarrassed and too ashamed. She also said she didn't feel ready to share anything until now, but also said that Lochan had been blowing up her phone, blowing up her family's phones, and also her management. Whitney's sister Lizzie also posted a screenshot online. You can see this is a WhatsApp message from Lochan to Lizzie, and it says, "Please speak to Whit. She is fully done and I feel awful, but I never said it thinking her skin is dirty. I feel sick. I crossed a line with joke, but she said she can't look at me the same. I don't know what to do, Liz." This is then kind of shared her opinion written over the top of the messages, so you can't see the rest of them, but you can kind of see "I crossed her." I'm guessing he's saying "I crossed a line." "I fucked up" as well. He also said that. At the bottom, you can also see he's saying, "Should I give her space?" He wrote, "The fact that evidence is needed is absurd to me. Why can't women speak up and be heard? I'm tired of seeing people constantly paint my sister as this person and jumping on the hate Whitney bandwagon. I know what she went through, and the fact that it took this long for her to heal and share her truth, to be shamed, is vile. As women, we've all stayed in situations that didn't serve us, but when you get out, that's when you really start to become a woman. Be kind and give grace." Lochan has also posted a video on his TikTok. Lochan says that him and Whitney were walking home. She just had her nails done, so she put her hands in his face and said, "My hands are so clean, yours aren't." Lochan said he replied to Whitney saying, "No, they're not." And the reason he said this was because he was annoyed at having hands in his face, and it was just an off-the-cuff comment. Lochan said that Whitney was super shocked and upset that he was calling her dirty. Lochan said he was also upset because he couldn't believe the girlfriend that he loved would think that he would act this way towards her. He said that Whitney called him a racist, and he did start to panic. He said he has never and would never call someone's skin dirty. He said that Whitney told him that the world was going to see the racist that he is. He said he called Whitney's family, he spoke to her mum, and then he also showed on his video a text message from Lizzie, Whitney's sister. Now, these text messages say, "Brother, I'll give you a call back when I get in. Honestly, I don't even need to know the context or conversation to assure you that I know you're not racist, Lock. You don't even need to explain yourself seriously from your background down to your family. It's been nothing but genuine love. You might be a lot of things, but racist is not one, and I can't believe you'd even bring yourself to explain that when it's so evident. You two are just constantly stepping on each other's toes. Everything's sensitive now, and it shouldn't. I love you regardless. We'll give Whit a call back too. So silly, you two." Lochan said that the narrative has been taken completely out of context, and that's why he is speaking up now. Now, someone else that has spoken up is Brianna from Too Hot to Handle. So she was recently in one of Lochan's videos. He does a lot of cooking content. People in the comments were speculating on their relationship, asking if they were a couple, saying that they looked good together. She posted this on her TikTok stories, and it says, "I will not be ultimately bullied off the internet by you people who don't agree with my choices and whom I choose to support. You don't know these people in real life at the end of the day, and you don't know what's happening in reality." It said, "I will not let y'all bully me into supporting a woman who blatantly and spitefully disrespected me on the internet whilst also making defamatory comments about her ex. Last week, he was a clout chaser for using black women, and this week, a racist." She chose to respond to a comment made on her Snapchat that was sent to me by multiple people, which referred to me as a replacement. Extremely extremely distasteful, unnecessary, and disrespectful, considering I'm not even currently dating her ex. I went on a podcast and expressed my feelings by explaining my interaction with him, which he was okay with me doing, as the feelings are and were mutually felt. I know now that sharing anything I'm happy about on the internet is not a safe place and will no longer share anything regarding my romantic life. And if I'm being really honest, I'd never want to discredit a woman, much less a black woman, in her experiences. I just have to say the timing in which all of these things happened were a little concerning to me. The day me and her ex posted our cooking content, her Snapchat comment was made within the next few hours. Similarly, when my podcast of me describing my interaction with her ex was posted, she made a post hinting towards racism about him in the next few hours, and then proceeds to say she didn't make this post to call him a racist. She also started the video with "Let's not do this," after she is the one who started all of this. Mind you, multiple people have been featured on his cooking segments, and they were not harassed, heavily scrutinised, or indirectly addressed in the ways that I have been. She has also participated in trends such as the Black Girl effect, posting him without his permission, and now, because of it's not going in her favour, she is against it all. By the way, I will carry on doing what I do best, me. If any of you cared enough to watch the rest of my interview with George, you would know that I said I am focusing on myself, and despite what I may have felt, I am currently in my own process of healing, post my own breakup and the loss of my grandmother, who was brutally killed. I will not be allowing comments on platforms anytime soon, since clearly you people do not know how to act. At the moment, no one else has posted anything.
So it looks like Whitney has confirmed that Lochan was the one who made the racist comment towards her. Let me just do something real quick. I'll be right back. So then someone commented, I think it must have been on either Whitney's post or another post. I'm not quite sure where this Vanessa Joyce commented. But she said, "I hope Lochan sue you for insinuating he's racist. You were together 2 years and is after the breakup. You remember he said you have a dirty body ? He's dating a black girl now after you. It's not adding up." And then Whitney commented under, replied and said, "You can't sue if it's true. Have a blessed day. Love, heart." Here's where the problem lies now. Let me not say problem. Here's where a lot of people are questioning why now. Why is Whitney only saying something now? As you lot know, we have the Janae and Kenny situation that's currently taking place in America where, he got outed for being a racist. Literally a day later or 2 days later, Whitney's now come out and said that Lochan, or insinuated that Lochan had said something racist. So people was like, you and him broke up however many months ago. How come it's only now you're coming out and say something? Me personally, I don't ever question someone's timing. I don't question how come it took you so long. It's the same thing, and this is gonna get dark, but it's facts. You lot have to kind of take heed of what I'm saying. If someone gets the R word, God forbid, if that happens to someone, yeah, people don't always come out straight away and say something. If you see, for example, right, it happens to someone else and they're out here sharing their story or sharing their experience, yeah, telling their story to people and how to avoid or detect certain things, it will make other people want to come forward and share their story or speak out against our words. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I don't think it's right for us to be like, "Oh, how come it's now? You seem like an attention seeker, this, that, and the third." I think we just need to give Whitney a little bit of grace. Maybe at the time, I don't know what her thinking is. I'm not going to try and be in her head and be like, "Oh, maybe she done it for this reason. Maybe this is why." I'm just going to say the timing was now for her to come out and say something, or to throw a little hint out there to say, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, he also was saying racist things to me as well." But that's a damn shame as well, because I was really like, Lochan is a sweet guy. He's a nice guy. So under all of that, you're a racist bastard. And I can't, that's why I showed you lot the screen recording. I'm so glad I wasn't following him. I was never following him this whole time. I'm so glad. It's actually disappointing because I was really rooting for Lochan and Whitney when on their season. I was like, Lochan is such a sweet guy. He's such a nice guy. You really don't know people, you know. You really don't know people. Now that Whitney's confirmed it, I'm not going to come out and say she's lying, personally. Why would someone lie about something like that? You guys, really make it make sense. Why would a person of color come out, especially a black woman, come out and lie and say that someone was racist towards her? Guys, let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's be frank. Let's be Lampard. Yeah, let's be all those things. And let's actually put two and two together. I understand why some of you are questioning due to the time, and I get it. We're humans. We always try to do the mathematics in our head and make shit make sense. But we also have to be empathetic. Whitney's a woman of color and she's black. Why would she come out and lie? If you lot could give some reasons in the comment section, then I could be like, okay, cool, fair enough, I understand. But I don't see Whitney lying. also as well, when it comes to Whitney, a lot of y'all hold this kind of, I don't want to say animosity, but have this kind of strong dislike for her. And I don't understand why. I don't know why. Yeah, it started ever since she went on Love Island. Ever since she went on Love Island, she had a disagreement with Ella. That's when it started. And I noticed it. And even when she was on Inside, it was worse. When she was on Inside season 2, was it season 2? Yeah. When she was on Inside, with the whole Patrice everything, it got even worse. I think we need to give our sister a little grace, man. Remember, she's a black woman, yeah? She's a black woman, so let's give her a little grace, yeah? Let's give her some grace.
I just know we're living in Trump's America because there's no way that 2 different Black Love Island stars have come out about their racist boyfriends in the span of 2 weeks. 2 weeks. There is something sinister in the air that I feel, and I know y'all feel it too. Whitney and Lochan and Janae and the other one that I don't know the name of. Like, I feel like that's just uncanny and strange, and it's telling us a lot about what it's like to date as a black woman, let alone on reality TV. Like, you have so many obstacles against you. Like, for starters, these shows are attracting men and women who are willing to embarrass themselves for money. Like, that's just a given. This doesn't have to be a bad thing, but it's something to note. Then we just have this strange reoccurring incentive for non-black men to go for black women, not because they actually like them, but because currently, and I'm gonna say it, the culture has this obsession with interracial dating. Both men and women have this obsession with black women or black men dating outside of their race. I'm going to say it. And it's really strange. I will say though, this is coming from snow bunny culture. For the past 10 to 20 years, we can't deny it. Black men have had this obsession with this idea of attaining the snow bunny on the internet. And now we have pages like designated to that. And black women have picked up on this internalized anti-blackness that turned into misogynoir coming from black men. I'm sorry, it happens way too often and black women don't really know what to do with it. It feels like being isolated and rejected by your own people, and it's frustrating. From there, I think a lot of black women have thought, you know, if black men don't want me, I need to go for white men or for men outside of my race. They're gonna treat me better. And unfortunately, that's just not always the case. Yeah, non-black men are racist too, and I feel like that is obvious, it's a given, but we can't use them as a scapegoat or to create this idealized like version of like what we want in a guy. That's not gonna save you. Racist men exist everywhere, so expressing this, you know, desire and going feral every time you see a black woman and a white man engage with each other on social media, it's sending them a message that, yeah, I can get money, I can get fame if I play into this dynamic, and that's happened twice now in our faces. I'm sorry. Now let's note this, there's nothing wrong with interracial dating. There's nothing wrong with dating inside your race. In fact, that's a great thing. But to date using race as your guide is not going to help you. And it forms these strange like power dynamics between black women and non-black men in our public spaces. I think that's what's going on. We're just creating these culture vulture-like men who don't like black people, not really. You need to go for non-racist men. Like, that's the only solution to our problem. With that being said, I can't imagine how hard this is for Whitney and Janae. Like, being used for a sensitive, integral part of your identity must be insane. I feel for y'all. And can we just stop the racism shit? Like, I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
Whitney, no. Like, Whitney, no. We've talked about this. I didn't think I'd have to address this with you, but this is not how you win a breakup, ma'am. I don't know how long it's been since y'all broke up, and I never even made a video on it. But this is not how you go about it. It's supposed to be giving unbothered. It's not supposed to be giving I'm still pressed about the situation. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've been Team Whitney since the season. I rode for Whitney. I stood up for Whitney when everybody was trying to turn on her. Through the constant smug allegations, people trying to nitpick and find any and everything wrong with Whitney as they do with any black woman who goes on Love Island. And I'm still a fan, obviously, because I genuinely like her heart and I see where she is coming from in a lot of ways. But this situation really does not reflect well on you. And I just want to explain to you from a place of love why you're going about this whole situation in a very embarrassing way. I don't know if it's just me, but I honestly think Lochan and whoever this girl are very, very cute together. I think they look very well suited. I don't know if it's romantic, but it was kind of giving like collaboration with like flirty vibes, kind of teasing something. I do hear that she is from another reality TV show. I don't know what show that is. I never watched it. I don't know what season, but it's giving like crossover between their two shows. And I think they do look very cute together and it's good for both of their brands. And Lochan overall seems very unproblematic, just cooks. I've tried a lot of his recipes. He's just very good at what he does. And even though things ended obviously badly between you, after all this time, you don't need to be airing your personal grievances about the situation online, even if it is to get people talking about you guys or talking about you. That's not the way you want to go about it. Because all you've done here is put yourself in the bitter black woman position. Like, nobody needed to do it for you. You did this to yourself. Now you've given the haters so much ammunition to go and run with you're still bitter over this man. Further feeding into the narrative of like undesirable, bitter, you know, can't get past something, aggressive, which is not
true. People will find any and every reason to label black girls, especially black girls in the public eye and on reality TV, as mean girls. And the fact that he is with another black girl as well, you really should have just thought about your position when you were being seen and then what you're now putting out about another person in that same situation. I think that if you have any feelings for Lochan, you need to address those in private and don't put it out there, because you just don't need to be talking about Lochan at all anymore in public. Unfortunately, you guys' chapter is just done, and that's okay. Like, life goes on, you've moved on, you're looking great. Whitney, every single time I see you pop out on my timeline, you look so much better than the post before. Like, you just keep glowing up. But don't give in to the energy that people are trying to bait you with. Do not give them something to run with. Keep grinding, keep getting your opportunities, going on your trips, doing your collaborations, your brand deals. Keep focusing on you, focusing on that, because any and everything that you say about your former relationship, your former fling, it's not going to come out looking good for you. It's just not. Just leave that subject alone. It's not worth it. It's not worth dealing with it, because people already are starting to see you a certain way because of your like poetry style. You're going down the whole thing of how you chose to express yourself. Personally, I don't really have a problem with her doing those like 1-2 minute like poetry style vlogs on her Instagram. She wanted to get her feelings out, let her get her feelings out. But in those videos, you were talking about growth and development and moving forward. The next chapter is what it was giving. So why, with this latest snap, is it giving bitter and focusing on the past, backtracking? That's not you, and I don't want that for you, babe, okay? I want you to keep soaring and keep rising, because you deserve that, and leave this man alone. Whitney, I wish you absolutely nothing but the best. Only smiles going forward, and let's change this energy. This is not cute. This could have been ignored. Whitney, I feel like you don't know how to ignore. Don't get me wrong, a good clap back here and there when it can be used as good for you is definitely worth it. Honestly, take advantage of that. But this is rage bait. This is baiting you, ma'am. I'm gonna need you to start being able to identify when people are trying to rage bait you to make you look worse. There are people running around here trying to be the architect of your demise, and you cannot let them get that over on you. You just can't. But even if you didn't want to fully ignore it, which I again would have done in the situation, a simple "not my business" would have been perfect, because it is not your business. He's not your man anymore. That's not you. You have so much better and brighter out there for you. Let's focus on that. And Lochan, and whoever you are, I also hope you guys have nothing but good things coming for you. This girl is beautiful. Lochan, you look fine. Everybody, let's just focus on ourselves and move forward. Anyway, what do you guys think? Because Whitney, it's giving Tyreek.
So after the news broke of Kenny being allegedly racist, Whitney from Love Island UK went ahead and posted how she's so much happier now, and she finally fell in love with her skin because he used to call her dirty. Now, a lot of people were saying the timing of this post is really interesting, because why didn't you Ben say this? And if he was racist towards you, why didn't you break up with him? Why was he the one who broke up and walked away from you? So she started getting comments like, "I hope Lochan sues you for insinuating that he's racist." And she said, "You can't sue if it's true." So Whitney's sister posted messages between her and Lochan where he is indeed admitting that he did call her skin dirty. After posting these messages, Lochan came online to make a statement. I'm going to run the clip.
It's reached a point where I do need to stand up for myself and talk about, this whole incident that is circulating on the internet. About a year into my relationship with Whit, we were on a walk close to my flat. She got her nails done, and she, annoyingly put her nails in my face and was like, "Oh, my hands are so clean. My hands are so clean, yours aren't." And I was like, "No, they're not." And, I was kind of just annoyed her hands were in my face, but it was a very off-the-cuff remark. I just said, "No, they're not."
Whitney's sister then commented and said this: "The cap in your rap is sad. She said her skin is glowing in Primrose Hill Park, and you said, no, it's dirty." I'm going to go ahead and show a little clip of Whitney's take on the situation.
Back to the situation of how it happened. We were walking back from lunch, going back to his place, and I was in the sun, and I was like, "Babe, look how my skin glistens in the sun." And he looked at me and he was like, "Ugh, it's dirty." And then only when I lashed out, he was like, "It was a joke."
Whitney's sister also said that Lochan's mom told Whitney to smile when the lights went out. This whole Whitney and Lochan situation is sad, because I was really rooting for them. What do y'all think about this?
say what you want about black people here in America, whether they're black people here who are black Americans, people who immigrated to this country. Say what you want about us, but I will say this. A lot of people in the black diaspora have really low racial self-esteem compared to people over here, and it really shows itself because y'all be letting a lot of people play in your time. Biggest example of this, the way that the black British people are treating Whitney and Lochan from Love Island UK about her dealing with racism in her relationship versus how we have rolled for Janae over here of her situation with Kenny shows how racial dynamics are in that country. And the way y'all are treating Whitney, you don't gotta like Whitney, but the way y'all are trying to justify the racism she went through in her relationship with her coming out about Lochan, and the way that nobody's even trying to defend Kenny, we're riding for Janae over here, no questions asked. It shows that y'all across the pond have lower racial self-esteem than us over here, because ain't nobody trying to make excuses for Kenny, but y'all are in Lochan's comments trying to talk about, oh, she's calculated, why would she come out with this? Did it ever occur to y'all that maybe she saw what Janae was going through and she's like, okay, I can come out with my story? The way that y'all also the shits and gigs, I didn't forget about that. Y'all let white people over there play with y'all way more than black people do over here. I'm sorry, say what you want about us. There's certain shit we're not letting be up over here. Y'all let them play with y'all in a lot of ways. Like, I'll never forget how them shits and gigs people came over here and was kicking with anti-black Andrew Schultz. I'll never forget it. Also, like, that's just how it is. Y'all be insane with the shit that y'all. Also, I can't watch Love Island UK because the racial dynamics are so weird to me. Like, I can't. Y'all need to get it together. Y'all need to get it together, because ain't no way y'all are trying to gang up on a black woman come about her story. Because are we perfect as American black people over here? No. Do we have our issues? Yes. But there's some shit we don't ever let slide. Also, the people in the diaspora that be okay with skin bleaching, that never fly over here. We may have colorist, anti-black issues over here, but there's levels that we don't even play with. And trying to defend Lochan is one of them shits. I'm like, y'all are weird. Y'all are weird about it. I'ma just say it.
Lochan breaking up with Whitney while she's facing all the backlash from that show is a reminder that men will always prioritize themselves. Men will always put their image first. Men, regardless of the situation, if they feel that their image is being tarnished, or you're not being viewed in the way that they want their woman to be viewed publicly, they will end that relationship real fast. So yeah, ladies, take a leaf out of that book.
So Whitney and Lochan are going back and forth on TikTok, and I just feel like this is what Whitney wanted to happen. I feel like she's basically trying to weaponize a whole race against Lochan because the relationship didn't go as she wanted it to. She said that Lochan's friend were also using the N word, and it's like she condoned it, but it's like, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you see what's going on around them and they're not doing anything about it, and you also choose not to do anything about it in the moment, you're also condoning it. Like, you're basically accusing him for the offenses that you are doing as well. And I'm like, if you're saying he's not racist, your sister is saying he's not racist, then why did you bring, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, are we supposed to call him racist if you're not calling him racist? Like, at the same time, I feel like you cannot crucify Lochan for what his mom did. Like, if we all start accepting punishments for our parents' actions, then shit. Like, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be cancelled. But I feel like at the end of the day, the reason why people are saying that the timing is weird is because if Whitney was in a relationship with Lochan right now, we would not know anything about this. Like, she wouldn't say anything about it. And I get it, like, she's healing and stuff like that, but she's also been taking shots at him for moving on. And I feel like that's why it now looks like a problem, because, like, if he didn't post with another girl, would you still be saying the same thing? If he still wanted you back, would you still be saying the same thing? If you guys are still in a relationship, would you still be saying all of this? And it's like, even with all of this coming out, she's still saying that he's not racist. So, like, which one is it? Like, are you even mad at the stuff that he's done, or did you just want to it just seems vindictive, and I feel like that's the issue. Like, you cannot use a whole race to fight your own personal battles. I feel like that's my problem with Whitney. My last videos, I supported Whitney, especially with the whole Love Island situation. Like, Whitney's Love Island season is the last season I watched, so it's not even about me jumping on a hate train. But I just feel like using a race to get at somebody when you don't get your way is very, very dangerous. And if you're saying
continuously saying that this person's not racist, then it's like, what is the why are you doing this then? Like, what is your motive in doing this? Why?
Why are people surprised that Whitney said that she experienced racism from Lochan? And people are saying like, oh no, I don't believe Whitney. Like, I believe Lochan. Like, Whitney's bad vibes. And I'm like seeing black girls say this. And I don't know if y'all remember my video where I was talking about how the UK can be bad vibes sometime when it comes to black women. This is a perfect example. Because why would you rather side with a non-black man than to side with a black woman who's actually talking about racism that she experienced? Is it that shocking to think that someone like Whitney, a black dark-skinned woman in the UK, would experience racism in her relationship? Like, are y'all that like, oh, she's lying, it's impossible? Like, it's very likely. I don't know why y'all don't like her. Like, I know she said some off stuff before, but so have all the other ones. And y'all platform Maya Jama, who was mad colorist back in the day. She has able to have a redeemable everything. And y'all mad that Whitney was weird and she's a bit awkward and she's a pick-me sometimes. All them celebrities is that. So yeah, no, I believe Whitney. I don't trust Lochan. I don't trust none of that. He always gave weird vibes. And she was, yeah, I stand with our girl Whitney. Why are you a black girl and you trying to stand with Lochan? Girl, turn it on. Talking about race isn't an American thing. England is wild. Y'all just want to act like it's not for, I don't know why you even doing it, baby. It's not even going to give you the exchange you think it's going to give you. It's not cute. Be truthful. So yeah, I'm going to stand with Whitney. I don't care. And his little excuse don't even make sense. And her sister went ahead and dropped the text messages that already let me know. But I didn't even need to see text messages because guess what? I believe black women. And you is a black girl. The way that y'all are defending Lochan is really scary. Like, you are defending him like that is your man's. And the fact that, like, y'all want me to believe that a South Asian man can't be racist towards a black woman. Like, I've spent time in the UK. Like, y'all is not going to rewrite it and make it seem like Whitney is the only person who's experienced racism. Y'all also want to support Whitney because she is an kind of quirky, dark-skinned girl. Like, Whitney is not like the typical, like, how y'all want her to present. Because she's not like how y'all think she should be, she just gets so much hatred. Like, I know you guys like Lochan because maybe he has green eyes or something, or maybe y'all think he's cute. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he got you under a spell or what. But let's be honest. If every single clip I've ever seen of Lochan, he do not seem like he like Whitney. Like, y'all acting like that man don't seem like he is controlled by what his mommy tells him. He's very much a giving mother's boy. And if y'all have ever messed around with someone who is kind of like, whatever their mom says, they do it, them boys be the most untrustworthy.
People are only saying Whitney's timing for exposing Lochan is bizarre because she's going to get backing from black Americans. Like, you guys know you can't just lash her in peace like you wanted to. That's why you're upset. Because there's absolutely nothing. In fact, the timing is perfect. It makes perfect sense that something like this would happen in the Love Island reality or universe, whatever the fuck, and someone also in that universe will speak up. Whitney is in the same Love Island universe that Janae and Kenny exist in. It's perfect timing. Like I said, you guys just can't lash her in peace because people are actually defending her. That's why you're upset. Also, like, no offense, there's no timing to talk about racism. I feel like if someone can be racist to you, you can ride that wave till the end of time. Like, talk about it every single time. If she wants to bring it up every single day for the entire year, she's allowed to, actually. I feel like that is, in her way, reparations. If she has to profit off of his racial tone towards her and make, like, in fact, she should make 10 YouTube videos. Let me watch. Make it.